Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to Macabre'Gorium Labs presents a showcase of things likely forgotten. I'm Bats and I'll be your host today as we take a look at today's topic, the Peanuts Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine, one of the coolest toys of the 1980s. I'm sure most of you out there have had a snow cone before, or at the very least are aware of what they are. And over the years there have been many machines made to make these tasty treats. But today we'll only be discussing the Snoopy Sno-Cone Maker. Although snow cones or shaved ice are not new concepts, as people were making them back in the 17th century, they have evolved a lot since then. That being said, one Samuel Burt is the person that is most often credited with the invention of the snow cone machine, when in fact, all he did was have a new way to create shaved ice. You see, Samuel had a booth at the State Fair of Texas in 1919 where he sold shaved ice. After the success of his booth, he decided to try and patent his idea in 1920. According to Sonny, Samuel's son, in 1928, Samuel got the patent for his machine. The patent itself stated it was for the invention relating to improvements in ice shaving.
Bats, you are getting off track already. Let's get back to today's topic, the Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine. Remember?
You're absolutely right, Goats, but you know how much we love history here at the labs.
I know, but if we get into all the history of snow cone makers, we're going to be here all day.
Fine. Goats. Hey. Comedy is hard. As I said before, we are focusing on the Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine specifically. Since we have covered various Peanuts specials, we decided that we would cover an extremely fun toy for kids based on the Peanuts gang. The toy is based on the Charles Schulz Peanuts character Snoopy, as he was one of the most popular licensed characters at the time. Sometime around 1979, Hasbro would introduce the original Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine, and it was shaped like the front part of Snoopy's doghouse. It was made of a durable plastic and came with the snow cone machine that had pictures of Lucy and Charlie on it. It also came with a syrup bottle shaped like a snowman with Woodstock on top of it, one packet of unsweetened soft drink mix, paper cups, a shovel scoop, and the instructions. As you can see in these pictures, the shovel and the syrup bottle fit into the white base on each side of the main house. The base also has an empty place in the middle of the front for you to put the paper cup. It's right in front of the red circle where the shaved ice would come out. Before we get into the details of this fun little machine, let's take a look at what the box has to say. Okay, it says here, make your own delicious, frosty taste treats with your pal Snoopy. Turn the crank and watch Snoopy shave an ice cube into snow. Sprinkle with flavoring. So far it sounds good. Let's take a closer look. To begin, you remove the machine and put it on the edge of the table, counter, or other flat surface with the crank in the back. Then remove the Snoopy ice pusher from the top and put ice cubes in the hopper. While holding the Snoopy ice pusher down on top of the ice, you manually turn the red crank. This causes the grinder set in the middle of the house between the pictures of Lucy and Charlie Brown to rotate. The grinder has stainless steel metal inside of it that will, upon rotating, shave the ice cube into snow.
Kind of like a miniature metal cheese grater.
If you had any snow that was left in the grinder once you were finished that didn't come out, well, that's why they included the snow shovel to help you out. After a lot of effort, you would be able to fill your cup, then you only needed to add some of your favorite syrup to complete your snow cone craving. One of the coolest things about the Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine was that, unlike some other kids' toys, it was possible to use other liquids without having to buy official refill packets. They did, of course, have official refill packets with flavors cherry, grape, strawberry, fruit punch, lemon, and orange. However, you can use things like drink enhancers such as Mio, Kool-Aid with water, and even Jell-O mix with water. People have become very creative with all the flavor choices available over the years. The Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine was extremely popular for decades, being remade in 2012 by Cra-Z-Art when they acquired the license. Not wanting to mess with success, the remake is almost identical to the original Hasbro machine. However, Cra-Z-Art added a crank that was easier to move and a table clamp to help keep the machine more stable when using.
Well, that makes sense. It is a children's toy.
Due to its popularity with children and parents, other companies have made snow cone machines for their cartoon characters. In fact, over the years there have been so many cartoon characters used to market these machines that it would literally take far too long to name them all, but we do have a couple of examples. Some of the characters you can find are Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, the Ice Busters, a play on Ghostbusters, Olaf from Frozen, Paw Patrol, Frosty the Snowman, Marvin the Martian, and SpongeBob SquarePants, just to name a very, very few. Now, the snow cone machine wasn't perfect, of course, and kids being kids like to stuff toys, action figures, and all kinds of random stuff into the hopper and the grinder. I'm sure results varied. Although you can now buy a new replacement grinder on sites like eBay and Amazon, it's not as bad today as it was back then. Here in 2025, you can still buy the original Snoopy Sno-Cone machine also on sites like eBay, Amazon, and Etsy for approximately $40 US. Other snow cone characters are available online as well. With the popularity of snow cones growing over the years, you can buy packs of actual snow cone flavoring liquid online and in stores like Walmart and Target. Not a promotion.
Now, when I was a kid, my friend had the Snoopy Sno-Cone machine, and I always wanted to try it out. She only let me one time, and they wouldn't let me ever again. I wanted one for years and years, but it wasn't until I was an adult that I actually got one. And I have as much fun playing with it now as I did when I was a kid. It's a bit of work, but definitely worth the frozen treat.
I was lucky enough to get one of these for holiday as a kid, and we had a lot of fun with it. And I do remember goofing around and cutting my fingertip one time, as these things generally need parental supervision. I ended up losing it at some point because life tends to get in the way of keeping things you remember from your childhood, and it wasn't until Goats and I managed to get the one that we got that it came back into my life. Like she said, it is a ton of fun, but now you know what I think? I've just gotta ask. Do you or did you ever have the original Snoopy Sno-Cone Maker? Did you ever have one of the knockoffs? If so, what was your favorite snow cone story? If not, what was your favorite childhood snack toy, show, movie, or other memory? Did we forget anything, get something wrong, or leave something out? Do you have a suggestion for a future video, or maybe just want to drop in and say hi? Either way, feel free to head on down to the comments section because most of the time, we look forward to hearing from you. Man, this was kind of a fun one. I really like taking these trips back down in history. But with that, we've come to the end of another Macabre'Gorium Lab showcase of things likely forgotten. I've been Bats, your host, and I hope you had a good time today as we took a look at the Peanut Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine, one of the coolest toys of the 1980s. Be sure to check back next time because you never know what we have in store, and as usual, think for yourselves, be excellent to each other, and keep it creepy. I want one of them snow cones.